Now, wasn't there already a real grade Wing Gundam? The Wing Gundam real grade. Yes, the wings spread out like an actual bird. Look like someone's been playing a lot of Wingspan. To see the wing spread out like more than what it does in its original design, this is very ultra stylized. It's great because this is such a classic design and we thought there is nothing new that they could bring to the table with the Wing Gundam, but Bandai still has the ability to blow our minds. You have to bear in mind that the shoulder armor, the pauldrons, sits way higher on this guy than the head, so that might feel a little weird for some. Also, there are not much dual color shades as to many other real grades out there. However, that's not a bad thing. We gotta remember the wing kits are usually small. Being the size that it is, it'll be enough to keep our eyes busy. Another point out is, I don't see any pictures of bird mode. Maybe nothing new to that. I'm sure it can do bird mode. They just got very excited for its wing opening gimmicks. And I am too, because that's genius. Salutations fellow hobbyists, and welcome to another speculation video. So hobby heads on and let's speculate the upcoming real grade Wing Gundam. First picture, we have a very famous pose, and I noticed there is a slight redesign to the Buster rifle. Looks like the talons don't hold it like the Master Grade does, meaning they are confident that gravity won't make the gun droop. Nice to see the wings are flexible. It's semi-spread out here, meaning we can have it closed all the way or spread open all the way, and like this. The Buster rifle does not open up like the Master Grade does to reload, so that's new. I'm not sure if the shells plug in or they just hang there, because if it just hangs there, I imagine when you do this, the shells will fall out like losing marbles. The beam saber pops out on its own as you split the shield. This gimmick is also present in the Master Grade, and it's my favorite gimmick for the Master Grade. I like the inner frame details sticking out of the shield. Neat. Next we have bird mode. I noticed the legs bend up more extremely here, and inside it's hollow. Also, a point out, there is no knee shifting armor gimmicks. I guess this is the landing mode. Someone did a suplex on this guy, or a JoJo pose. I guess this is new. Wait, if you have a Master Grade, please replicate this and comment below if it's doable. I have mixed feelings about this. I can't decide if I like the looks of this alternate bird mode. Well, it does look more birdy, I'll give them that. And props for coming up with something new, or teach us to pose the Master Grade in a new way. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that the hands cannot be stored inside the forearm. Next, wow, so much to take in. That's a lot of inner frame, in the legs and arms, under the shoulder armor, even the front skirts. Perhaps it will have just as much inner frame as the real grade tall geese, meaning no inner frame for the head. Now comparing the left leg to the right, I notice there is next to no seam lines, and Bandai integrated the brakes on the armor as to form panel lines. I like this approach very much. This line here is this line peeking through. Awesome ingenuity. Now, the emblem on the shoulder armor does not need to be panel line. Finally. Also, the inner frame or advanced MS joint is not a recycle from the real grade Wing Zero, rather it's all new. Now, if I understand this correctly, I believe what they're saying is the highlighted part here is part of the inner frame, or in this case, the advanced MS joint. That's great, because the wings should be part of the Gundam and not just a backpack, you know what I mean? This guy has simple accessories, sword, shield, and gun, pre-pose hands, but this is a cool green beam saber, just like the Wing Zero real grade. Unlike the Master Grade though, it's not curved. Also white beam saber, meaning anime accuracy, as opposed to the Master Grade, which was black for some reason. From the back, we see the back skirt is longer, and under the shield, I don't see anything to conceal the head when in bird mode. I really like the wings, just not a fan of these bolts, but being a 1/144 scale, I don't mind it because it's gonna be small, or just panel line over it. So I must say that this real grade Wing Gundam does look more detailed than his rival, the Tall Geese real grade. More stylized too. So I wonder, is it compatible next to each other? If you take a look at it from a modeler's perspective, no, not compatible. But if you take into account the lore that the Wing Gundam was developed from the Tall Geese, then yes, it becomes compatible. It's like looking at a Skyline next to a GTR in a good way. I think it's even more compatible if you add the decals to the Tall Geese. Speaking of decals, the Wing Gundam will have decals, and by the looks of these pictures, there is no need for stickers. Everything is molded in the right colors, so it will be interesting to see what type of decals they give this guy. In conclusion, I really like what they did to the wings, especially in this picture here. And I really do like this real grade. I believe it will be a great real grade. I like it even way more than the real grade Wing Gundam EW version. Now, I think this is a good blueprint for a Master Grade Wing Gundam 2.0. So let's change gear and do a little segment here where we talk about what that would be like, because I like Master Grades. If they ever come out with a 2.0 Wing Gundam, I would want it to do everything the previous Master Grade could do. However, I would like it to have a little revised proportions, you know, a little bulkier. Not to the point of bulky like the anime, just a little bit, mostly the forearms, to make the hands actually transform to the talons and not just plug out the hands and keep it in a baggie so that the hands can be hidden inside the arms. Perhaps come with a pair of pre-posed hands that are small like the Double Zeta Vertka. I would also like it to have a little bit more details, more tick marks, make it a little busier looking, as opposed to the previous Master Grade, which was a little bit more on the plain side, which is fine. So the 2.0 should be a little bit on the different side of the spectrum. It would also need to have dual tones to the white of the armor and also to the red. The blue and yellow is fine. I'm happy with it not having dual colors. But if they would like to make everything have dual colors, I'm fine by that too. Also, I think it should have no stickers, and all the green parts should be clear green, or give a reflective stickers to stick underneath the clear green parts. Another major thing they would have to fix is the bridge between the eyes. The old Master Grade used a piece of sticker to fix that. That's fine, you can paint it, but come on. Also, a Master Grade 2.0 would need full inner frames. And a little plus, we would appreciate if they would mold two figures for us, a Hero Yui and also a Princess Relina figure. Well, I guess off the top of my head, I would like them to do the Hero Yui wearing long jeans, but with that fancy jacket that he puts over his shoulder, you know, not wearing it, but over his shoulder. Right here, I'll put a picture right here. And have Princess Relina doing that pose too. Also, I would like more hollow areas on the armor for the inner frame to come through, adding to the busyness of the details. And I would also like a plate from the shield to hide the head in bird mode, similar to the Proto Zero Master Grade. A little something that I would like is for them to make the legs fold in a little bit more. That way, perhaps it won't look like legs, you know, because this right here looks like legs from above. From the front it's fine, but from above it doesn't look so it takes away from the looks a little, I would say. Even the anime, they don't show it that way. They would often show it like this, see, and have no legs. And as always, the Wing Gundam will always look good in the air, so it'll need an action base to display it. However, speaking of ground poses, the Verka Wing Zero can do a kneeling pose very well, so this Master Grade would have to do that too. And one last thing I would like them to do is inner frames for the wings. Inner frames starting from the inside of the Gundam's inner frame, stretching out into the wings, and add in the armor parts onto the inner frame like feathers. You know, something similar to the Strike Freedom Gundam where it slides in that way, and make the wing spreadable like this real grade. It'll be a small Gundam, but with the wings spread out like this, it will look big. Wouldn't all of that be awesome? Then again, there is nothing wrong with that old Master Grade. It's still a solid kit. So guys, what do you think, or your thoughts for this real grade? Please leave a comment below. Also, do give this video a like, and if you enjoyed this content, give this channel a subscribe. And guys, keep things awesome, keep the hobbies going, and keep the hobbyist alive. Thanks for watching. This is Toyama23 signing out.